YouTube! What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another video from Fantasy Good Sports. And guys, today's video is going to be on trade for Julio Jones ASAP. I said what I said. Trade for Julio Jones ASAP from the Falcons. And the reason why I'm telling you trade for him, guys, because they about to trade Julio. And right now, you can get him from a discount because he stayed injured for most of the year last year. And guys don't really want him. So they want him, but they don't. You can got other guys that you can bait and switch with him. And I recommend that you do it because Julio is getting traded. Now listen, if he stay with the Falcons, he'll be a top 10 receiver. But if he gets traded, he will be a top 3 receiver. I said what I said. So listen, guys, I'm going to give you 3 reasons today why you should hurry up and trade for Julio Jones. For as dynasties, or if you're going to do a redraft and you draft it early, which you probably not. But if he's especially in dynasty, you go ahead and trade. And listen, guys, I'm going to tell you what I did in one of my dynasty leagues. I took Odell Beckham and Mike Evans because I had 6 other receivers that's really good. This is a different type of format. And I took Julio Jones. I mean, not Julio Jones, but I took Odell Beckham and and Mike Evans and traded for Julio Jones. Yes, I did. I'm happy with it, guys, because I know what Julio's going to be when he gets traded. So listen, my first reason why you should trade for Julio Jones ASAP is, guys, wherever Julio Jones gets traded, he's going to be a #1 receiver. I said what I said. Now listen, was he #1 in Atlanta? Yes. But with Kyle Pitts there and Calvin Ridley, he's not going to get those type of targets anymore. They were just going to use him for down the field. But Julio is worth more than that. So listen, guys, I'm going to give you some places where Julio can end up. If he goes to KC, you got a monster. And listen, KC is looking for a receiver. They wanted Juju. Juju didn't sign there. They wanted other receivers. I thought maybe ODB could go there, Odell Beckham. But no, guys, I think Julio has a chance to go there. Do they trade 2 first rounds to get Julio? I think so. I'm not saying he's going to go there, but I can see this happening. And if he go there, guys, imagine what you have with Julio Jones playing with Pat Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce on the other side. You have something nasty. So check this out, guys. Here's another team. Baltimore. I think this is really relevant. I think Baltimore should trade for him. If Lamar Jackson get a baller like Julio, listen, he's going to win MVP again. And Julio will have double-digit touchdowns because this is what they need Julio for. The red zone to take pressure off Mark Andrews. If Lamar can't get it in through J.K. Dobbins, then Julio will be a monster on the outside with one-on-one because you can't double Julio because you have to stop Lamar Jackson and J.K. Dobbins. I said what I said. These guys will be a monster, so I love Baltimore. Moving forward, the Jets. Yes, if he goes to a team, which I don't think they are moving to a team like that because Julio don't want to go to a young quarterback. But if he does, he will have double-digit touchdowns because Zach Wilson will make sure that Julio have jump balls. I'm talking about 3 or 4 jump balls deep every game, one-on-one coverage. So, guys, remember, the offensive coordinator comes from the Kyle Shanahan tree, Matt LaFleur. So, if they will be trying to run the ball down your throat. And when you come in with an 8-man box, Julio will give you a double move on the cover 3 jump ball beast. Yes, I said what I said. So, let me move on again. Tennessee Titans. You like, what? Tennessee, they got A.J. Brown, and they can have Julio on the other side. They got rid of Corey Davis. So with that run, with Derrick Henry in the backfield, you play after Derrick Henry, you're gonna get one-on-one on the outside. Either the A.J. or Julio. Pick your poison. Pick your poison. A.J. Brown or Julio on the outside. So I can see this. Like I said, guys, I don't know where he's going. I'm not a beat writer. But I'm just giving you places that he can go. And the reason why I'm giving you AFC teams is because they not trade him to an NFC team. It will come back to hunt him. Not saying that he's going to be angry with them, but you don't want to trade guys within the same conference because you have to play them in order to get to the Super Bowl. And sometimes they can come back to hunt you. You see it all the time when guys play above and beyond, no matter their age or anything, because you traded them. They're going to show you, don't ever trade me again. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever trade. You should have never traded me. So, let me move on. The Colts, I said what I said. You got Michael Pittman in the slot, and then you got Julio and T.Y. Hilton on the outsides for Carson Wentz, giving him plenty of weapons. You know they got a great GM. The Colts have a great GM, guys. So with them having that type of GM where he's looking for the help Carson Wentz, they can make this trade. So I don't see that above reproach. Julio Jones can go there. And what you think he does with Carson Wentz? Has a good deep arm. He will throw it to Julio. He will throw it to T.Y. So Julio and T.Y. will boom. Wherever Julio goes, guys, long story short, he's going to boom. So let me finish. I got a couple more teams. The Raiders. Yes, I said it. John Gruden will make that. He loved veteran receivers. Remember what he did with Jerry Rice and Tim Brown when he was at the Oakland Raiders? Yes. I mean, and that was Oakland then. That wasn't the Las Vegas Raiders then. So, guys, yes, I can see them making that. They got a lot of picks and stuff that they can make it with. They can trade some guys for him. So I don't know what they're gonna give up for Julio, but I can see him playing with the Raiders. Deep ball, play action, giving to Josh Jacobs, Kenyon Drake over the top. Julio Jones. It is what it is. So last team, Chargers. Yes, to help out Justin Herbert. They don't have anybody other than Keenan Allen at receiver, so they need help. Do they got a safety? Yeah, they can give up Darren James. They say, listen, Darren, you've been hurt. We don't need you anyway. And trade Darren James to go to Atlanta, and they get Julio in return. I'm just throwing out stuff. I don't know. But yes, Julio, I would love to see him with Justin Herbert. Okay, and one more NFC team that I can see making this trade because it's kind of obvious. Maybe it doesn't happen because it's like only one NFC team that I'm putting here, but Detroit, they need a receiver, right? They got some young receivers. They drafted a young receiver, but Julio go there with that run game that they trying to establish there because that run game is going to be serious this year. And I said what I said in Detroit. That run game will be serious. Julio will fit good there, so I can see him going to Detroit if they do decide to trade him within the conference, in NFC conference. So listen, guys, Julio nasty. Now listen, I'm gonna give you my second reason why you should trade for Julio ASAP, and it is he will stay healthy because of the volume that he will get with his new team. Listen, they're not gonna use him all the time, guys. 14, 15 targets. They're going to give him prospective targets. And when I say prospective targets, that is targets where he's going to be the threat for you in the red zone. So Julio will be a double-digit touchdown with multiple teams if he go to those teams. With multiple of those teams that need red zone targets, Julio is a killer red zone target. Atlanta just didn't use him that way for whatever reason. The coaches, the scheme, whatever. But Julio is not a bad red zone receiver. He just didn't get targets because they doubled him a lot. But if he goes somewhere where he can get help, they won't be able to double him. And he will get a lot of touchdowns, receptions. I said what I said. Also, guys, practicing. He won't practice that much anymore. Julio's never probably going to practice anymore. They trust Julio to be in shape. So they're just going to tell Julio, go on the side, run, 3 quarters, get your lungs right for the game. And we're not going to have you, we'll run a few little routes for you to know the offense, and that's it. We're not going to wear you out in practice. We want your hamstrings to be healthy for the game. So that's another reason. And like I said, he's going to have target help. Like, he won't be getting fed 15 targets a game. He'll be fed like 8, 7, but it'll be like really good targets the way they do A.J. Brown in Tennessee. That's what they will be doing. So they won't be forcing him the ball for targets that don't really matter to use him up. He's 32 now. He needs valuable targets. So I'm going to give you my third and final reason why you should trade for Julio Jones ASAP. ASAP. So check this out. Julio Jones is very competitive. People might not know that because he's not a boisterous guy, but he's very competitive. That's why he's as good as he is. That's why he's going to the Hall of Fame. So Julio is competitive and he will have a chip on his shoulder, guys. I said what I said. Now listen, Atlanta might trade him. They might have a great departure, but he's still gonna have a chip because he's like, you still traded me. Trade Calvin. It's just how it is. I don't care how old a guy you trade him, you got something. That's why they wouldn't trade Michael Jordan. They thought about trading Michael Jordan once upon a time to get a bunch of picks. They was like, we can't do this out way too competitive. This is our guy. But you trade, so they're gonna trade Julio Jones, and I'm calling Julio Jones. He is like a Michael Jordan when it comes to receiving. He's broke records, guys. Guys ain't done what he did. Every year he's up for 1,500 yards. So to me, he's better than even Megatron. Megatron is nowhere near on the Julio Jones level, if you ask me. But Megatron was good. but he's not Julio Jones. So let me get on. This video is about Julio. So guys, injuries. He's going to have a chip on his shoulder because of injuries. So he's going to make sure he stay healthy as much as possible. This is football. Anybody can get hurt. So he's going to make sure he stays healthy to show the world, listen, I'm great. And injuries, because I had an injury year with my hamstring, don't mean I'm going to have another one. Watch what I do. Another one is Hall of Fame. He wants to be a first ballot Hall of Fame receiver. That's even bigger than being a Hall of Fame receiver. It's only been like 3 receivers to make it on the first ballot. Julio Jones planning on being on one, and he's going to show you why. He could finish as a top 3, even 1 receiver. I said what I said. Especially if he goes to Baltimore. He can do what Stephon Diggs did for Josh Allen. He can do that for Lamar. I said what I said, guys. Another one is he wants to win a Super Bowl to cap everything off. So if he wins a Super Bowl, you know he's going to the Hall of Fame. He should have had one already, but that's up to the Dan Quinn, whatever happens right there, or Bill Belichick coming back and whooping you. But yes, if he wins a Super Bowl, he's going to be known as one of the greatest receivers of all time, which is already, but the Super Bowl caps it. And guys, he's hungry for one. So listen, guys, I'm not going to hold you up. Make sure you subscribe and comment on this video and let me know what you think about Julio. If you should trade for him or if you shouldn't. I believe you should. I believe right now is the time. If you wait around June, when they're going to probably trade him after June because they won't be so big of a hit on their cap. So guys, you better go ahead and trade for Julio now, because the guys, they're like, I don't know, man. I don't know where he's going to go. He might go to a sorry team, so you can get him. Listen, I traded Mike Evans. If you got a Mike Evans, you trade for Julio, because you don't want the guys in that big, all that out. Like, how many receivers they got? Antonio Brown, Godwin, Gronk, and you Bell Callen, Leonard Fournette. I'm trading for somebody. I don't want all those players on that same team. So that's why I did it. So I don't know, all of you might not have Mike Evans, but if you got a player that you down like a Odell Beckham or somebody like that, package him and get Julio. So guys, I'm not going to hold you up on this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Peace.